wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith, and I can't even tell you how this happened, but I am here. Yes, I know. Normally I am earlier, but a sister be tired. A sister be tired, but I'm here. I was actually working like for a good long time, and itis just kicked me. I had some food before, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a little nap. And then cater to you guys. But I catered to you guys far too late. So I am sorry. But we're here, we're good. Um whew, we are 6 days in to June. It is what do I want to say? It is Men's Mental Health Month. I know. Someone's gonna be like, Cam, how do you not know? I'm like, I remember it somewhat, but I just want to give a shout out to the men's them with their mental health and things. And hopefully I can at the same time you guys have Father's Day. Again, calling out all the fathers, them father figures, mentors, and all that stuff. Please, I would love to have a discussion during Father's Day, so we can have a talk. Oh, what ya? Wagwan! Yeah. I want to see you on Father's Day, or obviously the day before and stuff. So big up yourself. Hi Carnell. Oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in a very long time. We definitely need to chat soon. But also, what's happening? Oh, I don't know how crazy Toronto's gonna be next week, but ideally, like, it's Pride Month. It's FIFA. FIFA's coming. I looked and there's Jazz Festival. Happy in Toronto. There, guys. Summer's here. I just want you guys to know summer's here. Manila, because summer is here. So I really want to just talk about a lot of stuff that's happening. But I wanted to make a episode that was not too stressed and stuff, and just kind of fun. Hopefully I can have another fun episode throughout this month, but I feel like this episode is definitely going to be more calming, and I want you guys to actually see the value of certain things you purchased in your life, right? Or spent money on, whether it's going to therapy, education, investing in a business, investing into stocks or a rental property. I want to just have that discussion because I feel like that's one of the most important things that we don't think about. Is like we stress about all these things that are going on, and I just wanted to have an episode where you guys aren't too frantic. However, I did see a post yesterday that was pretty wild. I feel like I should go to a better source than going to Instagram about it, because I don't know what happened. All I know is AMD went down 10%, and I was like, oh, what's going on? And not only that is AMD went down 10%. I think the S&P had a horrible day since October 2025. So I heard it could be because of the IPO of SpaceX. I don't know. I'm not That is all I heard. I'm not saying that is true. I am not saying that is true because I don't want no smoke from these people. But it's ooh yeah. Ooh. Mm. Well, it would have been a great day to do an option trade, eh? Eek. Also, anyone that loves to talk about option trades, I would love to speak to you as well. But yeah, like things that I've been looking. Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta talk to someone afterwards. 25.98% down. Ooh. I can't talk about what it is because I secretly want it. And if it went down that much, sister's about to get it. Also the S&P 500 went down 2.64%, which is not bad when you think about it, right? What else? Surprisingly enough, Air Canada's still up. Yeah, a lot of things went down drastic. It's showing me okay, percentage. Nvidia went down 6.2%. So Amazon went down 3%. Google was the only one that kind of survived. Kind of got hit, but not really. So clearly something happened. I don't know. I'm just sheesh, sorry, I got distracted because I wanted to look at to see what is the what with that. But yeah, I heard it's the worst since 2025, and I think I heard Bitcoin went down 50%, which is wild. However, now here's a great opportunity for us to invest more, right? Um so that's just me putting it out there. There's always opportunities to get into the market. So if you haven't got into the market just yet, here's your sign. Okay? Okay. And let's see. So it's summer. Summertime is here. It is harder than ever to be indoors working, but I'm still working. But it's really hard. I'm having the issue of whether I should work on I was almost gonna say a patio, but I meant like a cafe, outdoors. But I also knew I need 2 screens, or just do what I gotta do, and then after a while, I take a break and then come back. I'm doing a little bit of both, depending on the day. It's the best thing about being flexible and things. So yeah. However, let's get this party started. But I'm first going to while I'm doing the poll, we're gonna go to a little commercial break because I don't remember anything else to mention before we go to commercial break. Okay, so give me 2 seconds and we will get this party started. I'll do this poll first. Actually, no, I can do it at the same time. It's all about multitasking, y'all. Since some folks say I'm good at that. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers FitnanceIQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to FitnanceIQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. FitnanceIQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit FitnanceIQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. FitnanceIQ. Simple steps, big results.
And look at that. Got the poll up and everything. Okay, I'll move from there. So yeah, how do we want to rock with this first? Because I have my agenda and everything. I don't have my cool glasses today, but we don't need cool glasses when I'm cool all over, right? First things first, I want to ask the question ideally to everyone, and hopefully you guys can talk about it in the chat. Please actually put it in the chat or talk to me like at the back end. I know you guys love chat to me other than putting it in the chat. Just kidding. Make sure I have the comments open and all that stuff, but I really want to know, what was the best money you spent on yourself? And it could be anything. It could be whether it was, you got your MBA, you got your PhD, you got your education. There's a course that you did that helped you scale up for your business or for your business or yourself. Whether it was a lovely trip, an experience that it was life-changing. I want you guys to think of life-changing experiences that you had, right? I don't want you guys to think of like things that didn't change your life and things that were just like, just a teeny bit like meh, right? Or also therapy. Like, sometimes you did therapy and you realize you discovered yourself in a different way than you would have thought. Or anything else that you could think of, something that like actually changed your life. And like, if I think back, I would say, I think I have a couple things, right? Because when I lived in Korea, and I always talk about this, since someone didn't know I traveled, I only been to South Korea, which is not true. I've been around the world, I'm internationally known that way. But when I traveled, I did gain experiences that were life-changing, especially when I lived in South Korea, because I was by myself. I was learning to meet new people. I was learning how to get connections and all that good stuff. But if it wasn't for me getting an education, I wouldn't have been able to be there or gone there, because that was one stepping stone. So it's like a stepping stone. There's different types of investments I pulled into myself that was able to help make it work and things, right? And then I also had investments that helps me travel as well. So it's something about knowing how to seeing those pinpoints of how your life has changed with all the investments that you put into towards yourself. I don't want to be rude to all the people. Hello, Prince Divi Bar. Okay. And Or Breeze. Boom, bam, bam. But I am going to try to do it in segments and things, just because it makes my life easier and I'm able to stay with the flow and all that good stuff, because you guys know how I roll. If you don't know, now you know. But I just got to do this. So I think the most important part is just knowing the difference between spending and actually investing, because we have to double check. There's consumer spending, where you're just spending money on liabilities, and then there's like investing into yourself, which is what we would consider assets, building your equity and things. I want you guys to think of it this way: while each purchase that you've done, it hasn't really, it's whether you're getting better, you're bettering yourself, or you're just hindering yourself. And I think we talked about this before, like some consumer spending that we have, it kind of hinders us and doesn't really put us in a better position than if we were investing in ourselves. And I know that there could be like a gray line with that and be able to figure out which one's which. But I just want you guys to be mindful about that. Like, okay, like actually, like get a journal. Oh, thanks. Sheesh. Get a journal, any journal, whether it's this one's, gosh, I thought I had a title for this one. Whether it's a journal like this, and just write down the things, like the last things that you spent money on, like big purchases. Was it something that helped you? Did it help pour into you, or did it help hinder you? And I also want to think of it as like an ROA. So there's certain things where you're going to think about whether it's your financial return on investments, or you can think about your life return on investments. So that's a little bit that we want to think about. Actually, let me put that one on, because I think you will find this beneficial if you think about this. So I will say this. Example. And you can put it in the chat. So a passport. Would you think that's a financial ROI or a life ROI? Take time to think of it. Me, I would say it's a life ROI, because every time I use my passport and have a different experience, it does bring more joy into my life. Does it take away financially? A little bit, but not too much, because memories, experiences is what shapes you, right? So if you want to think of it that way, you can think of it that way. Therapy, can think of it as a financial or life ROI. And depending on how you look at it, I think the one thing that we have to remember when it comes to therapy, and I think I am guilty of this as well, in order for therapy to work, you have to tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. You have to be open with that things, because you are not going to benefit if you're sugarcoating certain things, right? So that's something you want to think about. Also, if we think about a business course, is that a financial ROI or life ROI, or both? And to me, that could be both, because at the same time, as someone that's an entrepreneur, I have to take certain courses or certain courses to better up my skills and help the people them, right? So that's something you want to think about. What else? Gym membership. I'll say this, it depends on which gym you go to, because, and it also depends on your lifestyle. So a regular basic lady, but awesome lady like myself, there are some luxury gyms out there. As much as it will better my health and everything, there's no point in me going to a luxury gym for right now, my lifestyle. I'm good with just either going outside right now or going to like Good Life. What's the other one? Fit for Less, World Gym, whichever. Those type of things, because it's still helping me with my life ROI. But if you can afford, or if your lifestyle is so you have to go to the other ones, cool. But it might be hindering your financial ROI overall, right? So I want to think about that. And there's coaching. There's coaching. I'll say it depends on if you are at that spot in your life where you're able to, I hate the word coachable, because I think everyone's coachable in a sense, unless you're really stubborn. That you're able to learn from a mentor or coach and be able to better yourself. So these things you want to double check, or just like think about, like, oh, like when we're thinking about our financial ROI or our life ROI, the things that we are spending our money on, is it increasing it or decreasing it? So that's why when I mentioned spending or investing, I want you guys to think about, is the purchase that I'm doing right now, that is for the life choices that I have, is it increasing my life or financial ROI, or is it decreasing? And then just, or also have a question, any of those things that I've mentioned, how has it changed the direction of my life? Because I'll say this, with the examples that I've mentioned. I used to be a gym rat. I actually miss being a gym rat. I really, really miss it. I am coming back. Don't you worry. I just know my physique is a certain way, so I'm like, I'm okay. But I know, health is wealth, so I should continue to think about my health and all that stuff. Um, do, 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 do. Hold on. What else? So I guess the question I have for you guys, which one of those examples that I've mentioned can you honestly say that has increased your financial ROI or life ROI, or has decreased? And just put it in chat. Or you can say it to me privately. I know those type of questions are really personal, so it's okay. Your secret is safe with me. Okay? But I do want to make sure that you guys understand, like, the financial ROI and stuff. I do have an example. And I am not coming for anyone. Okay? I'm going to give you guys an example of what I mean. So example, someone spends $3,000 on a vacation. Some people would actually say that that's a waste of money, right? It depends. It depends. But we also have to think, when it comes to a $3,000 vacation, that trip help that person recover from a recovery, like from burnt out. It changed their perspective on life, especially if you go somewhere where you've been able to learn more about the place. Sparked a business idea, right? Because at the time you're getting more creative and all that stuff, and built a lifelong memory. So then you have to ask yourself, was that really a waste of money? I think the only time you can factor that in, and it's this because it's personal finance and it's subjective to the person, were you able to afford it, would be the key thing to me, to see if you can actually have been able to manage that, right? Or someone spends $2,000 on therapy. Obviously there's no financial return with that. However, they were able to create a better relationship. They're able to make better decisions. They're now more confident, and they have a better mental health. And of course, I want to mention the therapy and health, because it's, men's mental health month as well. And I want to be considerate to the fellas. I'm talking to you. Yes, go to therapy. Or find a safe space with it amongst your friends and loved ones, to see how you can, better have a better relationship and stuff. Some financial ROIs or life ROIs doesn't measure in dollars, is what I'm basically trying to say, right? I think I mentioned this, but I can mention it again. Hear me out. Purchases that change lives. So ideally, when we think about this, we think about education, right? First thing I think of when I think of education, I'm gonna go based on my path is university, college for my American folks. Actually no, you guys have college, university, second post secondary education. Boom. It could be like a CFP, CPA. It could be, what's another one? I heard a PMP. It could be an RN. What's other ones? Oh, I can't remember. HR. I don't know the. I don't know one for HR, but like something that you can to get more knowledge, or cybersecurity courses. Big up the people that have been doing that, or software. Big up yourself. Workshops, and just ask, like, the biggest question for that is those things that you've done, whatever you learn, when you learn something, how are you able to get paid back for the years that you spent? Because baby, when I went to university, yes, it was a very long time, but then I also do continuing education. So regardless of me going there for 4 years or whichever the years it was, I was able to get something back from that, and I think it worked out for the best because I actually went I the degree that I have, I utilized it. I just have to get more designations. Sheesh. To better myself in my career and stuff. So that's something that you would want to be able to understand, and just know that your health, not your health, your knowledge compounds. Another thing that we want to think about is health. So I want some in the chat, when it comes to your health, what do you think about? When I think about my health, or other people's health that I know, I think of gym membership. I think of a trainer, personal trainer. I think of healthy groceries or detox, however you want to say it. Therapy, counseling. I even think about sports, like different sports that you join. These are things that help you, like, oh, which one of these purchases actually helped me become better? Personally, when I think about that, I would say, because I do flag football, and when I used to go to the gym, those are the purchases that were the healthiest for me. So I'd be able to be a better person. And guys, I really want to go back to the gym. I need someone to convince me. I know someone's gonna be like, "Oh, we'll start now." I can't start now, but I want to say by September, I'm religiously going back to the gym. So I want you guys to help me stay accountable for that, right? I know someone's gonna be like, "Oh, don't you worry, Cam. I'm on ya. We're gonna be working out." There's some folks that benefit more from a trainer because they need that extra push and stuff. I just need to get back in the routine of going. I don't need a trainer. I could train myself. I'm joking. That's a bad joke. But at the same time, when you think about your health, your I want to say the healthier groceries as well. But I feel like, and I'm thinking about myself, not thinking about anyone else. I feel like I am ideally good at this stuff. I just need to take my iron. I know, because your health affects your energy, your focus, your longevity. Hello, Minion Cam. Hello. How come you did it twice? That's weird. That's interesting. Not weird. Sorry. That was interesting. Be more productive when you are healthier, right? So, those decisions that you make will help you in the long run. Ooh, but then we have them good old experiences. I don't know. I don't know where the poll is. Sometimes the poll is, there's two different ones. So it might be, got you. Oh, that's, I wonder, you know what? Let me try to put the poll here, because I know the poll is within good old StreamYard. Or do I want to do that right now and mess up the whole feng shui? Nah. Okay. Now I know the desktop has the poll. Yeah, go to the desktop one, guys. Chill. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, the next one is experiences. Okay, so experiences. When it comes to experiences, sorry, there's so many types of experiences you could think about. But most experiences I would think about is like a passport, plane ticket, amusement park, a date, a volunteer trip, conference. Those type of experiences can play a part as well, right? So there's not many people that regret there's most of the times when you're thinking about experiences, most people regret not going, right? You don't necessarily regret not doing it and stuff. No. Most people do not regret if it didn't happen. No, you regret that. And sometimes those experiences, you're gonna have good experiences, bad experiences, because trust me, I've been on trips where it ended bad, but overall it wasn't that bad. AKA Bali. Ugh. Bali was good, but Bali was got the best of me and things, right? So that's how I see it. Experiences, I'm trying to think of other experiences other than like traveling. I would say dates or hanging out with loved ones. Oh gosh, yes. Hanging out with loved ones, whether it's a barbecue, outing, those are different experiences, and you can also have a good time with doing those, right? And these are the type of experiences that you want to have everlasting. Like I did go somewhere yesterday where we're celebrating a life, rest in peace, and we're just hearing the experiences that they had with their loved one is the most beautiful thing, because you can only get that with taking time with your loved ones and friends, right? So those are the type of experiences. When it comes to like the life ROI or the financial ROI, those are priceless, because even when I think of my mom, I have so many memories that I wish I could have more memories, but it is what it is. So I have to remember to keep those experiences, keep building it with others, and keep it moving and stuff, right? So we just have to remember that when we think about the purchases that change our lives. And I think and there's also purchases that when you reach that stage in your life that you feel like you made it, could also change your life. I know there's many people that when they purchase a new camera, a new car, a new home, they're like, I made it and stuff. But you also again want to think about your financial ROI and life ROI when it comes to that, right? And here's an interesting factor. Why we hesitate to invest in ourselves. Why do we have, what's that saying? We have that Stockholm syndrome on certain things. I don't know if it relates 100% to this, but there's sometimes we actually hesitate to invest in ourselves. Like, how many times did you say, okay, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna invest in this business course and do it. I've prolonged. There's times I have prolonged doing certain things, and I'm like, you know what? I knew better. I should have stayed focused and all that good stuff. But you live and you learn, right? But however, there are some common thoughts when we think about why we hesitate to invest in ourselves. It's too expensive. I'm talking to you. How many times have you said, oh, I would have done that, but it's just too expensive? And what are you actually comparing it to? Are you comparing it to someone that spent 200,000? 200,000. Hey, there are people that spend 200,000, but no, 2,000 on a vacation or 1,500 on a phone. Listen, no, I said it wrong. Sorry. There are people that will spend that much money on a certain thing that they want, but when it comes to a course, coaching, therapy, they're like, it's just so expensive. Have I done that before? Yes, I have. So, there was a time when I went to like a free workshop, like we always do, Well, I always go. Free workshop. Oh, learn this. Spend $5,000 and you will be able to be the best person in the whole wide world to do this. And I hesitated. And I was like, I don't know if we can spend that money on that. It's kind of expensive. But it's because I didn't value it as much as someone else would have valued it, right? But would I have gone, but don't get it twisted. You will not see me spending like 10 grand or 5,000 grand on a vacation because I also can't justify that, right? So, Mini, I didn't even see right all this. Shucks, hold on. I paid $100 for skydiving with my ex-boyfriend. Even though I'm no longer with him, I still say I went skydiving. That's true. See, that's the experience. Other one, I've met older people who regret not putting more money into retirement. If they became medically disabled too early. And I see that. So that's like the same thing as the financial ROI and the life ROI, right? We have no problem paying money for post-secondary education, but when it comes to personal development, people hesitate calling it a scam, i.e. my VIP ticket to Tony Robbins. I think when it comes to that experience, I would say it's probably because at the end of the day, you're going to get a degree. Like, I can show you guys my degree, ideally, right? Personal development requires discipline still and requires you still executing. At least when you're at school or you're taking a business course, your execution is attending, doing them tests, doing them courses, doing whichever modules, and you will get something in return. I wouldn't call them a scam personally. I just would be wary of which one I want to spend my money on because time is money. I'm joking. Old time is money, but also if you're not going to find the true value in it, just don't do it. It's you are wasting your time being there, right? So I think that's something like I would be very mindful about when it comes to personal development. Um Another thing is fear of failure. Baby. Sometimes failure is the fear of failure is just a human nature, but we've I don't know anyone that has been successful in everything 100%, right? You're gonna get that B plus instead of that A plus. I was looking at the wrong thing. You're gonna get that B plus instead of that A plus. You're gonna get that you're not gonna get the promotion that you want. You're not gonna go be accepted into the college or university that you want. But guess what? You also know what happened and how do we make things better, right? What do you say? Too many people think of instant gratification. I want to say instant gratification and certain experiences that develop over time. Exactly. But we're human. That's human. We're human. Like therapy results happen over time. Yeah. Because, oh no, the therapy sessions I went to. But at the same time, I have to be accountable for myself and know that there are certain things that I was told to do. And then, did I do them ideally? Yes and no, but at the same time, thank God my therapist knew it wasn't just me. That's all that matters. But yeah, sorry. Fear of failure is what if it doesn't work? Not everything's gonna work 100%, right? Um, there are certain risks, there are certain things that I thought would work out and it didn't. Am I upset at it? I was at the time, absolutely. Am I upset now? I'm like, no, I learned the lesson. Just don't do it again. Don't do it again. And then that will be better. It's just like I think there was a course. I had to redo a course before in university, right? Did I feel shame? I did feel shame. I was like, I was slacking off. But you know what I did? When I took the course, I killed it because I knew what mistakes I did before and I just knew not to do those. So I did go to class. I did study better. I had a different appreciation for the course because it costs money too. It costs money as well. So there's certain things that you are going to do that those lessons that you make is going to be financial or time. And the ones that are time bun me more than the ones that are actually no, the ones that are the ones that are financially a lesson bun me more than a time lesson. And things, right? So you want to think about that as well. And our failures give us lessons. I feel like I repeated that many times, but I just want you guys to know you're not something that didn't happen as you planned does not mean you failed in life. It just means it's a lesson and some things only Jah knows why it happened that way and we can't harp over it. Or you can harp over it, ideally, but don't feel bad internally about it, right? You're not a bad person overall, right? So that's just something I want to say. A failure doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. It's just life The universe does crazy things. And it's lessons that we're trying to learn, and eventually we will learn them. Another thing that we hesitate to invest is because we're waiting for the perfect time. I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to myself. We're waiting for the perfect time, and sometimes it's not the perfect time, right? I know someone's gonna call me out and say, Kamille, but you said September. There's a reason why I said September. Don't get it twisted. However, waiting until next month, next year, after the kids grow up, when work slows down, the work's not gonna slow down. Example, I was like, you know what? Oh, after tax season, I'm gonna be able to be more flexible. I'm gonna be able to get more sleep. I'm gonna be able to do this, that. No, I haven't got more sleep. I'm actually more tired than ever. I'm joking. No, that's not true. Um, there's just things I pushed back, and I realized, eek. um, I push things back, so now I have to cater to them, right? Because you can't wait for the perfect time, right? You can't wait for the perfect time. And like Mini Cam said, we do not live to 1,000 anymore. Exactly. But I also want to say this. Waiting for the perfect time. I hate the saying like, yo, tomorrow's not promised. Sometimes it is. I dislike when people say that, and then all of a sudden they turn 70, 80, and they're like, oh no. Get that ish done now. Sure. Right? So waiting for the perfect time. It's like, example, waiting for the perfect time. Granted, the stock market looks crazy right now. However, as I mentioned it many, many times, you had so many opportunities to catch it when it was at its lowest, right? So just start now. There's no perfect timing. As long as you start now, you'll realize how beneficial it will be to start investing and bettering yourself. Trust me, you don't want to work hard like I do it. You don't want to work hard because at the same time, your money can work for you. So instead of waiting for the perfect time, like, oh, okay, Cam, oh, I see that it's the worst day since October 25th. Well, I'm gonna just wait for another time. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'll tell you this. And I think I mentioned it 2 weeks ago when I was talking about stocks. I looked at when AMD was down a little bit, and the perfect time was in March, right? But guess what? It went down 10%. Most likely, I'm gonna be like, good. Now I can catch up on what I need to do, because it's really mad that it went up to $500. Sheesh. Mind you, is at 200 this year, guys. So what I'm trying to say is there's no perfect time. Just do it. Shoot your shot. Whether it's you're shooting your shot with a job, a different career, another relationship, after ending a relationship. I'm not saying to add relationships. That's not what I'm saying. Shoot your shot on your health. Shoot your shot on your mental health too. And sleep. It's always a perfect time to sleep sometimes, right? That's what I did. I took a nap. That's why you guys got this late. What else? And remember, every shoot. What? I want to say the same. Every time you don't shoot the shot is an opportunity that you miss. So just take the shot. Just do it. Just do it. You never know what's gonna happen, right? Like Mignon Cam said, being healthy is a luxury. There's a lot of luxuries up in this life. Let me tell you this, right? Yeah. But even with purchases that are life changing, there are going to be some purchases that you won't regret. I'm going to take a quick commercial break because I want to take a sip of my coffee because I am actually still tired. I had to have coffee just so I could do this with y'all. So bear with me. Is this one? Yeah.
Your money story begins with your mindset. Each day, choose words that empower you. I attract wealth with confidence and clarity. I manage my finances with wisdom. I deserve abundance in every area of life. With every affirmation, you shift closer to the future you desire. Financial affirmation cards. Shift your money mindset today.
You're watching Things I Wish I Knew About Money with Kamille Smith. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I actually haven't used that in a very long time, and I wanted to use it, so here we are. And now we have the purchases I don't regret. And again, I know I mentioned some purchases that you spend, you're like, oh, I don't regret that. And there's some that I do regret. I think I'm gonna do both. Purchases, I'm gonna change it. Why is it not changing for me? Oh, because I had to hide it first. Purchases I do and don't regret. Now I had to really think hard with the purchases I do regret. I regret purchasing some stocks that I have. I ain't gonna hold you. There's some purchases I do regret. Oh man. The reason why I regret some of the stocks is because the same time I got AMD and they were both at the same price, right? AMD was $12. This other one was $12. I've told this story many times. That bitch ass stock. Excuse my French. I'm gonna say that all. Yo, like, it went down to $1, guys. It went down to $1, and I was so annoyed that I decided to be like FOMO and not like listen to my instinct and say no. Let me do my research and all that stuff, and maybe like 2 or 3 other stocks that I've seen. Yeah, I those are the ones I regret. Do I regret another purchase that I regret? Would have been maybe a course that I purchased and I knew I was in no shape or form able to do it at that time. I was in no position. I had no business purchasing that because I knew I wasn't in the mental space to do anything. So that's like something like that, I would say. But education, I don't regret that. Conferences, networking events, I don't regret because I actually meet a lot of people. Actually, I gotta big up, like, most of the networking or conferences that I've been to has helped me meet new people and also what you call it, have them on my podcast. So big up yourselves that has been on the podcast and all that good stuff because I met you at a networking thing and I've also got business from that. So those are the conferences I don't regret. They're always amazing and things. coaching. And there's another coaching thing that I'm doing right now. Don't worry, I'm coming back. I just been swamped with this one project. This one project is kicking my ass, but don't worry. To my friend that has been dragging me, I am gonna listen to your advice. Don't you worry. And things. So soon come. Also, what else? So okay, so with the purchases that I do or don't regret, I had to think, why did that investment to myself matter? Um, what did I get from these things other than like money? Did I build relationships? I built relationships. Like, um, oh my gosh, I have to like, as much as I know how people feel about certain organizations, I've been able to meet a lot of great people um at networking things. So I'm so blessed, and I hope to still be able to meet new people, build relationships. Not only build relationship, but still water the ones I have, and try to find a way how I can serve them. Even though I know I'm I do a lot, I still think there's a point where I can still give back to others, to show them that, like, yo, I see what you're doing. I love the things that you're doing, your conferences, your networking. How can I cater to you or serve you in whichever way? Because I feel like I haven't been to enough networking things in a while that I should do more of them. So I will do that mostly in the third quarter. And stuff. Ooh, I just remember I had something to do too. Oh dear. But yeah, like purchases, like I want you guys to think about the purchases that you have and you don't regret, right? Um I would love to hear some of your guys' experiences on things that you've purchased and you're like, yeah, I don't regret doing that. Like I remember I told one of my friends, like, yo, go on a trip. Go on a go on a trip. You deserve it. You need to relax, right? But an affordable one. Of course, affordable one. I'm all about affordability. Right? What else? Ooh, there's one. And I think I jumped the gun when it came to this one. So the other side of the coin. Not every purchase creates a return, right? Ooh. But coming for Uno. I'm coming for you. And I just mentioned it, right? I have the ones I do regret or the ones I don't regret. So there are some purchases where they're impulsive, right? Have I've done impulsive spending or purchases. I did one in late quarter of 2025. At that time it seemed right. But oh, is it whooping my ass right now? Yeah. But like I said before, as much as I say like regret it, it's a lesson. It's a lesson, right? There's trend spending. I don't really do that. I think I stay calm when it comes to trend spending. There's also lifestyle inflation. I think that's something we all deal with, that we have an issue with. And that's just something about being mindful about your lifestyle inflation. So the more money you make, the more you spend, right? So ideally it's like staying within your means, right? You want to think about it that way. Sometimes a purchase can make you feel good today, but it's the investment. That investment affects you tomorrow or a year from now. And the one thing that I would say that is the worst, and I might be a hypocrite with this. I know someone will say I'm a hypocrite with this. I don't care. I'm saying it because I'm human as well. Buying things to impress others. Buying things to impress others will have you in shambles. And I'll say it like this, because I don't think I do it too wild. There's some people that buy a certain car to make them look good, so their clients will say, "Oh, all right, boom, I got you." Like, "Oh, that person must be excellent in their business and stuff." Or there's someone, they're trying to shoot the shot. You don't know if they like you. You don't know if you like them or they like you. So you get them like a big gift. I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying to do that. Golly Bob. That is not my intentions. Because that will just, it won't turn out good. No. You're buying things to impress others. But then there's times when getting to know someone, cool gesture, that is fine. It's not big thing to hinder your pockets. Those are okay. But if you're doing something to impress others and it's hindering you bad, that's when it's not okay. So I'm not a hypocrite, because I already know who's gonna call me out. Drag me. But yeah, like, just think about it. Have you bought something just so others can, so your status quo seems like, ooh, yeah. Don't do that. Stop doing that. By the second half of 2026, stop doing that shit. I know it's summertime. We turn full in summer because the heat's nice and you just want to be outside and everything. Stop doing that. Right? Let me see. I think I've proved my point. Yeah. I think I've proved my point. But I mean, at the end of the day, there are some investments that you shouldn't postpone, because it could be the thing that you truly need to make your life better. And I really think you should consider that, right? I really want you guys to consider those investments and also write them down. Sometimes you just got to write things down just to know if it's like the right thing to do, or maybe you should consult with your friends, have like accountability partners, and just be able to do the right thing, right? Because sometimes you don't know if you're doing the right thing if you're doing it by yourself. We will make it further with others than by yourself, right? And I want you guys to remember that not every investment earns interest. And I talk about the financial ROI or the life ROI. So be mindful about that. Some investments do earn confidence, some earn peace, and some earn opportunities. So we want to see whether it's a financial ROI or a life ROI. And I really hope and pray that most of you guys are able to make investments in your life for yourself, to better yourself and to get more opportunities. Because you deserve to be happy, and you deserve to be in peace and stuff, right? And I'm not going to go back to sleep because that nap was good. Thank you, Shayna, for trying to ring me down to wake me up. It wasn't working. I wanted to sleep. I do appreciate you, friend. I really do. And at the same time, I appreciate all my friends. I do appreciate my guy friends. I do know it may seem that I don't give two rats ass about you guys, but I actually do care about my guy friends. So with it being Mental Health Awareness Month, be kind. to your brothers that you can be kind to. And if there are great guys in your life, just tell them that, right? And just say, like, your mental health matters, and you as a human being matters as well. So yeah, next week, it isn't Father's Day next week. No, it's not. Ooh, I got nervous. Again, to the fellas that are fathers, mentors, and everything. Come, message me, please. Okay? Because I really want this to be done and stuff, right? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you haven't thought about me, buy me a coffee. It's in there. And also, if you haven't done your taxes yet, holler at me, because you didn't know. Still doing the taxes and all that good stuff. But yeah, until next time, folks, peace, love, and harmony.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see?